You're still here? You're still with me? All right. I think we're going to have some spoilers, guys. Spoilers. Spoilers. All right. So, crazy things that happened in the movie. So the movie opens up with a boy and his mom. The mom's getting ready for bed. She takes a shower. The boy's in the living room just hanging out. And Peter just pops up and it's like, Peter pops up like It style, like how It was in the sewer drain. Well, actually, not It style. I would say he popped up like Evil Dead style. Like he came out of a wooden, he was like, there's a wooden trap door. He just peered up. You can only see like this much of his face. And he's like, hey, what's up? How you going? How's your life? You want to go to Neverland? It's so fun. You should ask your mom. But wait, maybe don't ask your mom. Also, Peter is manipulative as fuck. That man is insane, batshit crazy, dude. But anyways, he that whole scene in the beginning, it was alright. I didn't like the Evil Dead reference. But he ends up, the movie ends, he kills the mom brutally kills the mom, so gory, so bad. And then we see him walk up to the boy, cuts to black, title screen. Oh, the opening of the movie had nice animation. I think it was like a 3D, 2D blend, but I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that opening to get us, to let us all remember, oh yeah, Peter Pan, what that story was about, how it was full of joy, and parents can't, there's a place called Neverland where parents can't tell you what to do, you can have fun all the time. And so it was kind of like animated, like in a book style, like he was telling a story. So that was really cool. I did enjoy that beginning. And cut. So it ends on that kid, and it goes to black. Turns out, later in the movie, we see, because we do a 15-year time jump from the opening to our present day. And turns out he had that kid in the basement of Neverland, which really just seemed like some old abandoned school that he kind of retrofitted as a house. So he had kidnapped them in 15 years, and all that time, I guess he was maybe so obsessed with the Peter Pan story. Peter, our villain, was obsessed with the Peter Pan story that we know, and gave that kid a hook in his arm, and it looked bad, dude. Like, it looked good in like production value, but bad as like, oh, that did not, that hurt. That hurt, was not comfortable. It looks like he like cut off his arm and just like shoved the hook in there and then let it heal over time. It was a little bit mind blowing. I was like, damn. But I do think that the end of the movie where he came back and he drugged Peter to the back, he got that, cause I guess, Wendy freed him. And so he came in at the last moment, he was like, hey man, like, I got revenge on you. He grabbed that hook, he got him, and then he dragged his ass out the door. And that was the last we saw of Peter Pan. Kind of jumping all over the place. Spoilers. Let's see. I did like that. I definitely think there's more emotional depth to this movie that probably some people are giving credit for. Like, there's a scene where, when the youngest boy does go missing, it's like really guilt-ridden on the family, especially Wendy, because she was there when he was taken, because she was having a conversation with this boy, I guess she was dating. She was thinking about moving somewhere, but then she didn't want to move. The boy didn't want to move, so and so they just had that conversation, and during that conversation, he was taken. So she was there in the vicinity, but she wasn't paying attention, and I think that really what drives her to be like, I gotta go save him no matter what, because it's almost her. She feels like it's her fault that he was taken in the first place. And guilt also, goes across the family. We never see the dad in this movie. We do see the oldest brother. He has like 3 lines, unimportant. But the mom, the mom-daughter relationships I know are complicated sometimes. The mom, at one point, the mom goes in like a real dark place. We see a shot of her. She's just sitting on her bed. She's looking out the window. It was shot really well, by the way. I really did like the shot. I was like, oh, this is a movie. She was sitting on the bed, and she's like, you shouldn't be here tonight. You should go stay at your friends or something. He said, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here tonight. You should go stay at your friends. You shouldn't be at home tonight. And she was like, she never turned around. And I was like, oh, she's definitely going to kill herself. I'm like, we're going to come back to this house and she's going to be like hung from the fan or something. But thankfully, she did not. Because, of course, we do have a happy ending at the end of the movie. And we have the whole family together, minus the dad. I mean, hey, whose dad's in their life, right? Is your dad in your life? Must be nice. Must be nice. Anyways, I really enjoyed that part. There's some like actual character moments. I want to talk about Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell was, so when we first see Tinkerbell, she's a person in a like a nightgown. And so we're like, oh, okay. And when she first came on the screen, I really thought that, was that a dude? Like, is Tinkerbell a dude? Or maybe, because there's drugs involved, maybe they just, look like real druggy. She just, she's a woman, but she just doesn't have any makeup on, and from time and of doing drugs, she just doesn't look that feminine anymore. And so I was like, okay, I guess my brain was like, okay, I guess that's a woman, and my brain checked it off as a woman. Later in the movie, we find out, because, there's always that part in horror movies where we got to go talk to somebody who went through this before and try to learn more so we can solve the problem. And they go to this dad whose son was taken away, and they mentioned that the son always felt like he was a girl on the inside, and them being supportive parents, they're like, we love you, so if you want pink things, that's fine. If you like fairies, that's fine. That's fine. And for some reason, my brain did not click that, oh, maybe that kid that got taken was Tinkerbell. Because I will say that Tinkerbell in this movie looked older than Peter Pan. So I was like, so in my brain, I was like, that's not even the same kid, until it was revealed that it was that kid. So Peter Pan was abducting kids and trying to keep them as like parts of his Neverland story, right? I feel like he never kept any of the Lost Boys, but he kept Tinkerbell and he kept a Captain Hook. No alligators, unfortunately. They were just like on a TV screen. But that was kind of weird. I definitely didn't think that Tinkerbell, I did not think that boy abducted in the beginning, when we learned about him, like halfway through the movie, was our Tinkerbell. Because my brain was like, maybe she's just a masculine man. And to be fair, she had a nightgown. It did have cleavage. But I'm like, maybe she also, just didn't have a big chest. I don't know. I don't want to assume anything. People can be beautiful in their own right, Don't cancel me. Yeah, it was just wow. Okay. And another big thing I want to talk about, this is the part that I got to just get off my brain. There's a part in the movie where Wendy is in Neverland. She's trying to hide, from Peter because she hears him coming. She ends up in his bedroom. She hides in the closet. Peter goes to his room and he's like changing clothes. And we see an ass shot of Peter. And I was like, whoa! I mean, we didn't need that ass shot. But then, after that ass shot, he starts turning. And I'm like, no, we don't need a full frontal. We don't need it. And then they show a full frontal. And let me tell you, I'm not sure what I saw. I either saw Okay, here's what I know I saw. I know I didn't see a cock and balls, right? That was not there. I don't think I saw a vagina either. So, here is my theory. My theory is Peter Pan in this movie has a micro penis. Not, wait, no, wait, hold on. Let me cook. Hold on, just stay with me. Stay with me. Peter Pan has a micro penis. And because of that, maybe deep down inside, he feels like he'll never be a man and that he'll always be a boy. Because trust me, male egos are fragile. So maybe he feels like he's always going to be a boy and that he himself will never grow up because his dick will never get bigger, so he'll always be a little boy. And now, after doing drugs, and that twists his mind and everything, he's like, you know what? These other little boys, they can't grow up to become men. They gotta stay boys like me. So I'm gonna kill all the boys that I abduct as boys, so they also don't get the chance to become a man, like he was never given the chance to become a man. I think this man has a masculinity complex so insane that he's killing little boys to make sure that they also stay boys and never become a man. And that way, that's how you stay a boy forever if you're dead, like he is, because his dick's small. Guys, it's not about the motion. It's not about the size of the boat. It's about the motion in the ocean and the connection of the affection. All right, get that through your brain. Sometimes you do need to, sexually please your partner because that's just a part of relationships. But there are many ways to do that if you're just not capable. Okay, you don't need to go around hurting other people because you feel insecure about yourself. I think someone needs to hear that somewhere. All right, that was my big spoiler talk. That was that last part. That was what I had to get off my chest because I think that's it. I don't know. Did you see a cock and balls? I didn't. Maybe I just saw a little micro penis. I don't know what I saw. It looked kind of flat, but I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't think he's a girl. I think he's very masculine. I just think he doesn't feel like he's ever going to be a man. And that's why he does all these things. Sounds crazy, but I think that's what's happening. That was really it. Tinkerbell, Peter Pan's masculinity complex were the two big things I really want to talk about. Because I just didn't catch the Peter Pan, I didn't catch the Tinkerbell thing. And I thought that one shot of the frontal nudity, I was like, why did they put that in there? And I was like, that had to be it. Now, this is just the first movie. I don't know if they're going to have other movies. This could blow up over time like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, or it could fade out and be a one-off. We technically, there is a cliffhanger at the end of the movie where everyone's happy. It's a year later, everyone's happy. And we get a call on the phone, like happened in the earlier in the movie, and it's just playing music. So maybe we'll see Peter Pan again. And to be honest, I like that. I think I really enjoy the motivation of Peter having a masculinity complex, the killing boys, and seeing what developed that. Because maybe he didn't have a micro penis, right? Maybe he was in like some crazy school where, his dick got cut off or something. I don't know, guys. I don't know. And that turned him mad. So I kind of think if we do get another movie, I kind of want to see Peter's backstory. I kind of want to see what drove him so mad, right? Because he was a circus performer. Maybe being in a circus got him closer towards the boys, but maybe, he really wanted to bring joy to children. Like, as all villain stories begin, a lot of times they're usually good people, or at least normal people, who don't have antagonistic ideals against others until that one thing happens, and then they're like, fuck the world. Okay. So those are my thoughts. Those are my spoiler thoughts on Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. What do you think about my tiny penis, micro penis, masculinity complex theory? Did you know that Tinkerbell was a dude the whole time? Or did you also think that, maybe it's just an unattractive woman, or just like a very bare bones type of woman, really? And are there any other spoiler things you want to talk about in the comments? I'll be looking. My name is John. Thank you for watching Cinema Saturday. And of course, have a good one.